So beautiful people, now that we know for a fact that Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane will run it back, rightfully so, what can we expect from that second fight that God willing will happen very very soon? And God willing it will happen again in Abu Dhabi. I'm not saying that Dana you owe us the rematch here, but we'd love to see it here. But let me tell you beautiful people, history shows us that every single fight is different, and especially when you talk about the big boys, every fight will definitely be different, and the second fight, I promise you, will be different than the first, and let me tell you why. You know, when you talk about two elite heavyweights, two elite combat athletes, what makes an elite fighter? Simply the ability to adjust, aka high IQ. You can call it whatever you want, but let me tell you beautiful people, in that second fight, which will happen very very soon, God willing, probably in January 26, but on the first Paramount card. But beautiful people, it will be different on both sides, and let me tell you why. Coming into the first fight, what did I say in my breakdown? Listen, I called it to a T. Everything that I said that Gane will do, he did, and everything that I said that Tom will do, did. Go back into the videos that I dropped on the fight week. Like on the 4 days before the fight, I dropped a few videos talking about Gane's game plan, Tom's game plan. Everything happened, you know, literally word for word. But, you know, coming into the first fight, no one gave Gane a chance to go past a minute or two. Everyone thought that Tom was gonna clean his clock, finish him early, but not me, definitely. So, because Ciryl Gane did very very well in the first fight, in the first round, I guess you can call it, but he's gonna come in more confident. While on the other hand, Tom Aspinall, with him being the great champion that he is, he's gonna come in better than ever, and he's gonna make a pivotal adjustment, and let me tell you about it. Gane is gonna come in more confident, lighter on his feet, probably sitting down more on his shots. But let's talk about Tom Aspinall, beautiful people. The reason why Tom Aspinall will adjust in the way that he will adjust is, let me tell you why. You know, the reason why Tom was able to knock out all his past opponents, especially early, is because they all stood in front of him. Literally stood in front of him. Blades right in front of him. Tybura, all of them, without any exception. Even Volkov, like he took down Volkov, but the reason why he finished Volkov was because Volkov was right in front of him. And Gane, what did I say in my breakdown? He was going to be everything but in front of Tom. And what happened, beautiful people? The second the first bell rang, Tom sprinted and surged into the center of the cage like the champion that he is, and he threw a bomb, a straight right. But because Gane is so elusive, beautiful footwork, beautiful movement, immediately slid out of that shot. And what did I say in my breakdown? Gane was going to circle towards Tom left. In mid to close range, aka danger range, he's going to move to Tom's left, or he's going to move to Tom's right. And when he moves to his right, he's going to be moving on the outside, which is something that Andre Ward, a former boxing champion, a Hall of Famer, one of the greatest of our time, was a specialist at. He used to circle to your weak hand in close and mid-range, but when he's on the complete outside, understanding your range, he can afford to go to your right side or power side. And that is exactly what Ciryl Gane did, you know, literally like sequence for sequence. But Tom is going to adjust, and let me tell you how he's going to adjust in this fight. You know, if you want to beat someone like Gane, especially with the striking department, someone with incredible footwork, someone who keeps angling, and someone who got amazing head movement. Listen, I was there, I was watching them. You know, Aspinall, you know, he wasn't really like loading up on his shots. He was throwing bombs, but he's so fast. But Gane was still able to slip or parry or, roll with the shot or, raise his guard, split second before the power shot landed. Why, beautiful people? Is because simply Tom Aspinall was headhunting. He's a headhunter. But in the rematch, I believe he's going to adjust with him being the incredible champion that he is, the pound for pound elite that he is. He's going to adjust by going to the body and to the legs, build, and eventually go up top to the head when Gane least expects it. But in the first fight, the moment the first bell rang, he immediately surged into the center, threw a bomb to the head. So Gane, he was seeing everything coming all night long from the beginning. And yes, Tom did land like a couple of good shots, but overall, in comparison to what he threw versus what he landed, the reason why he missed more than ever, when have we ever seen Tom like busted up, bleeding and stuff? The reason why he kept missing was because he was hunting for the head and Gane was on the move. None of Aspinall's previous opponents got defense and movements like Gane. And actually, when I was watching Gane live, I was like, you know what? This style will make Gane age very, very well. Like his style, when have we ever seen like Gane take punishment in a fight? Like he got dropped momentarily by Tuivasa. But even when he fought like one of the heaviest puncher, if not the heaviest puncher of all time in Ngannou, he was locked in the cage with him for 25 minutes. Didn't eat a single flush bomb, not a single one. Even versus, who else? Derek Lewis, probably top 3 heaviest punchers ever. Derek Lewis didn't connect with a single significant bomb on Gane's chin or on Gane's head. Why? It's because of Gane's movement and defense. So Gane's defense is extremely, and I mean extremely underrated, beautiful people. And in order to start landing on the head, you gotta set it up. And how do you set it up? When you're fast as Tom, as powerful as Tom, as elusive as Tom, and as dynamic as Tom. I mean, listen, Tom threw a head kick in the fight. Like, I saw it live. I swear to you, out of all the fights and fighters that I have watched in my lifetime, that was one of the fastest head kicks I've ever seen in my life. Especially with the head kick like being thrown by a heavyweight. My God, that was impressive. And still Gane was able to put his hands up just right in time before he got caught flush. So Tom will adjust. And how will he adjust? Exactly like that. Legs, body, body, legs, legs, body, legs, legs, body, legs, head. When he least expects it. And with Tom, one thing that I noticed about Tom, he's so eager all the time. Like he's either, fainting for you to throw so that he can counter and come up top, or he's just gonna come and get you. Like he doesn't really have that much of he doesn't have a slow pace at all, He is go, 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 all gas, no brakes. And that is why the man went to the second round only once, saw the stool only once in his UFC career. And let me tell you, beautiful people, he fought absolute killers. Which is so impressive, to be honest. But, like I said, none of them had the footwork of Gane, and none of them will have the footwork of Gane in the future if he wins the rematch or even if he loses. So I believe this is without a question the toughest stylistic matchup for Tom. And I've said it before the fight. This is the toughest stylistic matchup for Tom that he will face in his entire career. This is a much easier style than Jon Jones. Jon Jones is very heavy on his feet, doesn't have head movement, doesn't have defense. He's such a stationary he's old, he's washed, he's weathered, and he is an alcoholic, aka his liver is absolutely toast for Tom's bodywork to finish the job. Listen, I can go on and on and on, beautiful people, but when the second fight will happen, I promise you, both men will make adjustments to make the second fight look completely different. Gane will be more prepared, more confident, most importantly, and Tom will definitely be more prepared and more well versed in how to beat such a dynamic mover like Gane. And that is why we are simply looking at two of the most gifted slash dynamic heavyweights, not just of our time, but in all honesty, of all time.